which which promotes starting something over and help to understand what are the scope of expectation and setting how to set hypotheses, how to find your risk and how to save a bit time and better budget. So the first talk was from Agile consultant, and she uses how to use stickers to organize workflow, and she also show a picture of their office, which were all covered by stickers, like almost all walls and windows were covered. So I get a bit anxious, but then she said that they're actually very nice approaches, and you can learn how to do a workflow with stickers and then use whatever you want. And so they use it as a weekly board, that's weekly scrum that we do at a special project team. And they also do, what I really like was achievements of the project, which helped them anytime they did something, something cool, maybe small, maybe big, but they ring a bell in the office, so everyone understands that now the magic is happening in the office, and that's how they focus on success of the team. And they also use stickers to create new diagrams to understand risk of the projects and understand their interdependencies between these risks, which is very interesting. You not only analyze it, you also boost creativity, how to solve it in a lean way. It's very similar to risk, but when you have new inputs, you can put a sticker on the board and then say how the full board will change with this input. It might change significantly. For example, you don't have business partner or something, and you want to know what will happen. You want to plan it. So I asked her how they cover new colleagues that just came and see the walls of stickers. They say they just bring them to the wall and introduce to the handwriting and explain how the flow works, and by the end of the day they just give them stickers and say go and try whatever you want and you will understand it in a while. So it I'm still very skeptical to use stickers for the Scrum, but I was very pleasant to know that it's great to organize a workflow. And we had a workshop. I will talk about this workshop a bit later. So the second session I was on was successful project discovery, and they have Canvas to help you understand, to help you create your hypothesis. For example, if I do that, that will help me to have that, and how I will measure success of this approach. So you always have these sentences and just write it down, analyze what you will have. It helps to save some time, and you can use Canvas to understand goals, to develop hypotheses, or be aware of some constraints or risks. And they also had workshop. It took 1 hour and around 2 hours, right?
Yeah,
to develop one hypothesis. And even though this approach is really interesting, it was after a while I decided to compare both workshops. We at the first one with the stickers, we had 4 teams with 10 people, and the second workshop was a bit smaller. At the first one, we solve a real problem. We organized a conference and split it to 4 personas, and each persona, our persona, was organizer of the conference. So we use a part of a wall, we use stickers. At the second workshop, we deliver unicorns, which mean create a fabric to give them a birth and grow them up, and make sure that they will be a nice present for someone who prepaid for that rare nice present. They provide a brief, which is one-page description of the project and what do they actually want, what investors want, and they provide some canvas, which are pages with this. If I do this, I will get that, and how do I measure it? And it was very interesting that approach with the stickers. We spent 20 minutes, and we organized the whole conference, and we keep track from the 6 months before the conference to 1 day before conference. We learn a lot about risk. So because they may say, what happened if that happened? And then we change the whole structure of the wall. While for this hypothesis development, we spent around 2 hours and did analysis only for one hypothesis. And our team proved that hypotheses were wrong. So which is not, for me, it's not really effective time spending. And it's actually really interesting to compare both techniques. They are well known, but you really want to use a proper one for your particular task. And if my insight of the conference was that if I want to gather a knowledge about something what I didn't know, I just need to organize a workflow, and I will have a script of everything for this 6 months. And if I really want to do analysis, I will just work with Canvas. So those are my coverage of Agile on the Beach and my insights. I guess that's all. You can also download. It's not the canvas of people who were presented, but there are lots of business canvas on the internet if you want to use one of them.